quick one time with Gamer Vladimir. I'm not going to be recording as much in February, so I'm going to get a lot of it done now. I'm actually, I added a project today because I felt like it, so I got Buried Borns recorded when I was just going to record some Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm actually going to go through my replays, record my climb up the ladder. I did use Subterrors. Don't get mad at me, Sharon Wii players. I had a hard time with all the player council builds. They're all struggling. I needed the second floodgate. It helped a lot, but at the same time, it wasn't what got me there. It was really reading the board and knowing what my opponent was about. Keep an eye on that tier list. I just want to let you know some predictions and what I'm planning to do. So if you see me in the World Cup, you know you can quit. I'm going to have a sideboard, and it's going to be one Chimera Tech over Dragon, one Twin Cyber, one Twin Cyber Chimera Tech, and then the other one, the piercing one. I might actually do two of those. If I'm not doing two of those, or one, if I'm only doing one of those, there's going to be three of the new one, Rampage. So if I'm not doing 2 and 2, it'll be 3 and 1. So I'll have basically the ability to make them as many times as I need, because there's 12 Cyber Dragons in the deck that I'm going to build. I'm going to use 2 of the Banishment fusions. The Overload, the Ultra Rare. It's pretty strong and it's really good. I love seeing Decade say that he only sees 1 being played. I think he's just trying to keep it kind of for broke deck players. What I'm going to do right now is I'm actually about to grind out Merrick and my last 3 other Duel Masters characters that I haven't gotten to level 30. I'm going to go through and I'm going to get as much Cyber Dragon stuff this month as I can. And we are going to go hard in that World Cup. So, a Cyber Dragon cool thing when they are fused with Cyber Fusion cannot be floodgated. You will need Paleozoics. So I'm probably going to be bringing my 3 Paleos with me in the World Cup series. But that's my first deck is Cyber Dragons. I ignore that. It's going to be Cyber Dragon Beer, Cyber Dragon Dre, 2 of, and I want 3 of Core, and I'm going to run 1 of Zwei. Don't ask why on Zwei, that's just a personal. I like Zwei. I don't even need him. I could run 11 and just have an extra tech slot for a Cosmic Cyclone, because you're going to need that during the World Cup series. You don't want to deal with people's back row during the World Cup. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be vicious. I've done it 4 times now. First time I was 150,000 players worldwide, globally. It wasn't a great score. This time I was top 40,000, so I cleared about 100,000 people out from where I was. I'm looking to close that gap and get maybe like top 100 this time, or maybe even top 1 this time. But another deck that I'm going to go in there with, and you already hear me talking about it, is Sharon Wii. Sharon Wii is so great. It's such a powerful synchro deck. I don't think I'm going to go in there, though. In there hoping to get off some crazy just Sharon Wii synchros. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tech in my 2 of my 3 Dragon's Mirrors. I went through that pack. I only pulled 2 Dragon Necros because I did reset 1 way too early. Sometimes it's not worth the reset, guys. Sometimes you got to remember those gems are free and you just got to keep pulling. On the other hand, in the future, I can use a Dream Ticket if I feel I need 3 Necros, which I think one day that might be a thing with Sharon Wii, because we got it popping like that. But when you use Dragon Necro, you do need to use Spirit Master. And Spirit Master is probably the hardest Sharon Wii to use, probably the reason I accelerate with the deck, probably the reason that you will accelerate with the deck if you play Sharon Wii Spirit Master. He's best with level log builds, but if you're in a level log build and you get fucking floodgated, your best bet's to bring out Dragon Necro, because they don't have an answer for when you hit their 4K, and yeah, your dude's dead, but now you have a 4K and they have a 0 attack monster. Good game, opponent. Then you Cosmic Cyclone out their back row. Now your dudes aren't dragons and you can summon them all then. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Buster Bladers. We know who you are. We know where you play. We'll see you at COG. But, no, I'm definitely testing around my Cyber Dragons now. I only have 1 of everything because I've only been through I got 4 packs left. And it's still held out that super heavy Samurai for me. I think those guys are going to be real cool when, Exceed Summoning starts popping off. Same with the Dragoonities. I think they'll be good then. In a video I just made, it's not out yet, I do talk about how I don't think the Dragoonities are going to be popping right now. With Exceed Summoning coming possibly this year to next year, they will see play. I'm in it for the long haul. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game I can maybe see myself playing into competitive tournaments and scenes. I'm going to start going to tournaments this year and letting y'all know how I'm doing. But, that being said, my plan for the World Cup is going to be 2 decks. Shiranui and Cyber Dragons. I might slip Concentrating and Trap Hole also in there. But to climb that ladder, guys, a real cool tip. If you don't have the 3 of on it, I'd recommend it for the World Cup because people quit a lot to it. Ancient Dragon. Ancient Reactor Dragon is very, 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 very powerful. He's not only going to attack unimpeded without being able to be stopped by a spell, trap, or monster effect. He's going to blow up a spell or trap on their side of the field. Oh, that's cool. Mirror Force happened and I hit your dude in defense and take 300. Dang, Mirror Force is gone. Oh, you didn't even get the option to pay life to keep it. Oh, the whole way. I have Mirror Wall and I have 3 of Mirror Wall. It sucks to get hit when you got 3 of Mirror Wall and then they fucking blow up a Mirror Wall. But on the other end of that, just be ready, guys. These aren't, one thing is like, over time, I think what I need is I might put together a database of, like, decks. Just decks. How decks are doing and what they're doing and what their trend is right now. Dragoonities are a trending deck, not necessarily a meta deck. Don't confuse the two. A trending deck is something that's new, typically. I love to use this example. Invoker, when it was new, was trending off the charts. We expected Invoker to see play through the next 3 metas. It was stomping Dark Lords, it was stomping Ancient Gear, it was stomping everything that came up at it. Then Dark Lords got good again and they just stopped that shit right quick. But it was because of Invoker being so consistent in the meta that it allowed Dark Lords to slip back into the meta. They were able to counter Invoker. Invoker permanently changed our meta. Yeah, how's that feel, trading card game? We permanently got our meta changed in the fucking speed format because of one guy. I mean, this happens they plan it, don't get me twisted. They know it's going to affect our meta. They do enough R&D to know that. They don't always do enough R&D to know how the cards are going to interact and what that's going to look like. I think, however, and this is just me, I really think Shiranui and Cyber Dragon are going to make up a majority of the World Cup series. Now, if that is the case, put a Concentrating Current in your fucking Ancient Gear deck. That way, when you go to attack their 3,500 and he can't activate his effect, you're not losing your dude. He can't activate his effect. You're not losing your dude. Oh, no, I think it can because it's after the damage step, yeah. Yeah, so Shiranui's going to be a hard matchup for you as an Ancient Gear player. If you play Ancient Gears, consider Sub-Terrors as well. Red Eyes, Red Dragon Archfiend. I think all of these things will do really well. They're very new. I don't think we ever peaked Red Dragon Archfiend. I think Duel Links meta killed off that deck because of how powerful it was before it got a chance. I'm sorry, if you run 2 Serene Psychics, 3 of the, Psy Reflector, and if you run 2 Psychic Assault Beasts, that's what his name is, you're good. You need at least 2 Assault Beasts, though, because if you do come up against Invoker, they can banish out of your graveyard for their invoked monsters. You don't want them banishing out of their graveyard for their invoked monsters. Other than that, YouTube, this is Gamer Guy Vladimir signing off. Let me know in the comments below what you think will be a top deck. Give me a like, a comment, a subscribe. Other than that, I'm Gamer Guy Vladimir, and I am signing off.